Donald Trump is, he wants to try again for the whole rally thing. Tulsa was kind of a bust, so he's got a new idea. It is coming up literally tonight in Arizona. The Dream City Church, a mega church, is going to get potentially a couple thousand people together to listen to him. Now, like with Tulsa, it seems like getting this many people together is potentially dangerous. Could be, a site where we see a lot of spread of coronavirus. Well, two of the leaders of the Dream City Church say, you don't actually have to worry about this. They've got it solved. Here they are talking about their solution to COVID.
COVID-19 here at Dream City Church. We're probably the first church in the nation to...
Yeah, we've installed Clean Air EXP. We have a local Arizona company. It was technology developed by some members of our church, and we've installed these units, and it kills 99.9% of COVID within 10 minutes from independent testing.
It's ionization, is that what it is?
It's ionization of the air, and it takes particulates out, and COVID cannot live in that environment.
So when you come into our auditorium, 99% of COVID is gone, killed,
correct.
if it was there in the first place. So you can know when you come here, you'll be safe and protected. Thank God for great technology, and thank God for being proactive.
Amen.
Bless you guys.
So, the system is set up and ready to go. I looked up the system a little bit, and I'm not an expert. I don't know what the likelihood is that it works. If they're doing some sort of air filtration, that seems like a very good call. This particular way, I don't understand. I would argue that based on that video, I don't think they understand. But I will say, I'm praying. I'm praying it works for the sake of the thousands of people that are going to pack Dream City Church.
Yeah, I'm just going to go and say it doesn't work. Because, at the onset, they said, okay, this kills it within 10 minutes. Even if this system works and it does somehow kill the virus, they say it's within 10 minutes. So people come in and they have it and they're breathing and they spread it within, say, the lobby or next to you in a pew. You have 10 minutes to catch it before the system could allegedly kill it. So no, this is completely ineffective, but it shows just the absolute grift. And this is when you were teasing up this segment, I was thinking this is really the peak American fascist grift. You've got right-wing pastors capitalizing on a crisis, probably backing right-wing politicians and Trump in this front, downplaying the severity of a global pandemic and mass death. So what? They could get more people in and get their donations through their tithes. That is just pure American greed right there. Putting people in harm's way, knowing it's dangerous, lying to them so you can take their money. That is just well done. That is the American grift.
I guess I disagree a little bit. I hate grift more than almost anything in the world. I like to imagine that they believe that it will work and they believe they're being responsible. I am inclined to question myself because mega churches have a long history of being very focused on the mega more than the church and the mega dollars. But maybe the system works. I don't know. Maybe they at least think that it works. At least here's what I like. Them setting up the system literally at all is a signal to their event goers that coronavirus is a threat, which some churches through the entirety of this pandemic have just been forget it, just come in. It doesn't matter. You're gonna be fine. At least there's that bare minimum. And I get that I have been so beaten down that this is the bar that I have set. But the mayor says that the church is going to be handing out masks and taking temperatures. And so let's play a game like we played with Tulsa. Everyone there will have been handed a mask. Let's see how many wear them. Unfortunately, if you've just been told that the air is safe because they ionize that stuff, maybe they won't be wearing a mask. And the problem is, Arizona's one of those states where COVID is rising. Now, the last day on record was a little bit of a fall off from the peak. Hopefully that trend will continue, but things were getting pretty dark in Arizona, and it wasn't just a product of the testing, okay? They had way more cases. And so a big event like this it's potentially a place where that sort of thing could spread.
Yeah, this is absolutely reckless. I think this coupled with the Trump rally really underscores just kind of how unprepared Arizona is. That's like one of the hotbeds in the Southwest. So we'll see over the next few weeks. It's not looking good, but I mean, I also think like that chart you just showed, like to me, that just shows like we might not even be through phase 1 yet.
Yeah.
Like if you think about that trend line, that would have to be a steep drop after, what is it, June 18th? That's unlikely. That would be a weird peak. The way, especially as that coincides with the reopening.
Yeah,
we are screwed.
We talk about the end of a peak, and I realize that I'm about to sneeze, which is gonna get me laughed at in the chat while we're talking about this. It's like end of one peak, we get another. But what if we didn't? What if the nation just had it in different states at different times? That we had, LA, New York, New Jersey, a few places like that got really hard hit, and they took it as seriously as anyone did. New York totally locked down. Other places sort of did, and that probably helped, but they were locking down before it had really hit their state. They burned up all of the willpower of the state to do anything, and then just as they're opening up, it starts to sweep in. I'm not an expert, I'm not a Fauci or whatever, but that looks like what we're seeing. That the cases in Florida and Texas and Arizona and Oklahoma and a number of other states are going up exactly when they have effectively ended all of the measures that they took to stop it, which is not surprising. Anyway, if you go to this event, please wear a mask. Don't listen to the peer pressure of the other people around you saying that you've fallen to fake news or whatever. And don't just trust the ionization. As much as I appreciate a good ion, please don't just trust the ionization. Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.